Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Cam Talks Rugby. And I want to talk a little bit about Cardiff and Connacht on the weekend. So I know it's a new week on a Monday, but I'm going to dive into analysis of this game because there's a player that's playing for for Cardiff that I actually really enjoy watching, and it's Tom Bowen. Now, Tom Bowen is like a really young player, and he's been playing out of his socks lately. I mean, the guy's really making the step up. So even though everyone's talking negatively about Welsh rugby right now, which 100% there are reasons to be negative, however, there's also some reasons to be positive. And I think with just the way Cardiff are playing with the Sheedy at 10 and then Bowen on the wing, I think there's some positives for the Welsh backline with the return of Reece Zammit. I mean, Tom Bowen playing out of his socks, maybe a bit of a fight and some competition finally at 10 for Wales. Whether it be the Ospreys 10, his name just exited my head now, but he played very well on the weekend against Zebre, or Sheedy. I think Callum Sheedy could actually make a step up into a Welsh jersey if he remains consistent throughout the URC. So, look, without drawing to any conclusions, I was really impressed with the Tom Bowen performance on the weekend. So, let's dive into this analysis and let's see exactly what the story is. Let's go.
Saturday night, under lights at the Arms Park in the BKT United Rugby Championship. Cardiff welcome Connacht. Glorious evening.
They want to keep that momentum, but Stuart Lancaster, his detail is second to none. It really isn't. And
Oh, I must say, Stuart Lancaster actually coming into Connacht is a huge boost for Connacht. I think, I mean, with the right coach like Stuart Lancaster, we're going to see obviously how he goes on the season, but I think he is definitely a coach that can take Connacht to a playoff position, get them at least contending for semi-finals, quarterfinals, like they did in the previous years.
this is
Another
staying
pick.
tight. I think this is staying real tight here. I think they're just trying to get a speed of ball. It's a bit too slow at the moment.
Well, they've spotted something. Is it on? Bowen. Oh, fast feet for Bowen.
Brilliant.
Almost an accident.
Brilliant try. Great vision from Callum Sheedy to see the space in behind for Tom Bowen, and way too tight the Connacht defense here, obviously forcing Callum Sheedy to make that decision and go for the kick pass.
Replay of one of his tries against Munster in round 2.
You can see what the Bulls are doing. They're just trying to get.
Way too tight. You can see here, you got this man in behind. He's not a scrum off. He could probably be on the line as well. So just allowing them to get a little bit wider and Callum Sheedy to identify the space. Brilliant.
That speed of ball. And this option.
Brilliant from here. Tom Bowen, he can see this guy's coming in at pace and quick step onto the inside, and he's going to go flying, and then you'll go over to the try.
Now, the way that they
Boom.
defend is so you cannot defend Tom Bowen in that space there.
100% you can't.
Callum Sheedy's got these kicks on that
Boom.
absolute money at the moment.
Brilliant
Just
step
giving Tom
and
Bowen
great
a
finish from
real-
Cardiff.
If Callum Sheedy wants to play for Wales, he's got to curl that one right in.
What a kick from Callum Sheedy. Don't know if that was a bit of the wind that helped out, but great kick. That's exactly how you bend one.
And he has, like one of your golf shots, Alex. Timing that one perfectly. It's Dan Thomas.
Yeah, Cam Willett's done so well there. I think someone's obviously told him don't jump. He's stayed down. He's been able to get the ball off to Callum Sheedy. Tom Bowen, he's just seen that.
What a break from Callum Sheedy and Tom Bowen on, like, obviously being there for support play. Great, running a great line for Callum Sheedy and off Callum Sheedy there. Great pace as well to catch up to Callum Sheedy and also from Tom Bowen. But Callum Sheedy, great to see that vision, make the gap himself. I'm starting to see a lot of running rugby from Cardiff, which is really cool because I mean it's exciting. It's something that probably we're going to expect a lot at the end of the year with Wales. Especially with would Wales maybe go with a Tom Bowen and a Louis Rees-Zammit on the wings? Probably. I think Tom Bowen's playing out of his socks, and you can see the work rate off the ball there. Look what he does to support Callum Sheedy.
Cardiff don't have to play, but we all know Cardiff love to play. Cardiff don't have.
If you're a winger And you want to learn how to catch the ball at pace. Look exactly what Tom Bowen does here. He gives himself enough time and enough space to actually accelerate onto the ball as soon as this player gets it. So as soon as this player is taking in the ball, Tom Bowen's already accelerating, and that allows him to catch the ball at full pace.
But we all know Cardiff will
Boom.
have to play.
So if you give him an extra meter, if the pitch was a little bit wider, probably would have gone through there. But great defense from Connacht to actually shadow him out.
Hey, Bowen, his dancing feet just over the whitewash. Half-time whistle goes at the Arms Park. An entertaining BKT United Rugby Championship clash. Slightly extended half-time. Could have had another cup of tea, but we're all set to the Arms Park. Cardiff leads 7 points to 3 against Connacht. Entertaining. Amazing. It's been 60 minutes since we've had a score in this game, Alex. That conversion from Callum Sheedy.
Brilliant defense from this player here. He creates whatever's going to happen now. He creates it because he actually eats into the Connacht defense. Connacht have an overlap, but because this player is seen it's a forward hands are still good, guys. I know there's some players like Cody Taylor that can throw really cool passes, but because a forward is here, where probably they shouldn't be, probably a fly half would have been better on this occasion. This player shoots up, he tackles him, and he creates a lot of pressure, and that's where you see this forced mistake. And Tom Bowen intercepts.
Well, 60 minutes, we've waited for a score, and it's going to come to the same man.
You'll see exactly what I'm talking about now.
On the Connacht attack has paid off.
We were talking about
This player shoots up, causing the mistake, and Tom Bowen gets the interception. Great defense from Cardiff here. Defense turned into attack. Very similar to what we saw with the first try of Ulster against the Bulls.
All day, like Alan Lawrence, 18 plus carry tackles, massive shifts, and Tommy Bowen finishing it off. We spoke about it earlier. He had a couple of other chances, didn't he? But for me, I think that's won them the game.
I'm just looking at what's going on, and there's only 6 seconds left. And Cardiff eventually get a new ball there. And
what a beautiful stadium in Cardiff. You've got all those apartment buildings and stuff in the background. Looks very like European. It's very, very beautiful.
Makes it a 7-pointer.
You have the advantage, Connacht.
Still a penalty advantage. Owen de Butler. Short. And eventually, Connacht plop over.
Credit to Connacht here for getting the final try. Unfortunately, the conversion is missed by Connacht, so it stays 14-8. However, Connacht not their best game, at least getting the defensive bonus point, so that at least they can take a point away from this game in Cardiff. And Cardiff, credit to them. I saw some very, very positive signs for Cardiff here. And not just Cardiff, but I think Welsh rugby in general. I think the Ospreys 10, his name just exited my head, as well as Callum Sheedy are starting to really fight for their position at fly half for Wales. I think that's awesome. I think that's great because Wales needs some competition at 10, especially with obviously having Dan Biggar play the last few years and not being able to play again. And then, because he's retired, and then Tom Bowen standing and playing out of his socks, raising his hand and saying, you know what, I'm here as well. Pick me, pick me. So look, fantastic and positive signs to take out for Cardiff. I think they're going to be a very strong team in the URC this year because for them to beat Connacht in the way they did, I mean, it merits that. Awesome, guys. It was an absolute pleasure getting onto this video for you. If you got any advice, if you got any questions, leave them below. Share your opinion. I want to hear it. And God bless you all. Look after yourselves and chat real soon.